Welcome back, everybody, here to the TGX 2012 Expo live here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I am Toby1 and joined by J10 for our second semi-final. It is MiTHTrust, the boys from Thailand, going up against LGD for China, who will get to go up against MUFC in the grand final. We're going to find out soon, man. We're going to find out soon.
Yes, Toby, and here we go. Oh, wait. Oh. So it's going to be the Thailand boys versus the boys from China.
Yeah, well, we'll be in a moment. Looks like we've just got a couple of issues with Yao. He's actually completely left the game, so we're going to rehost our game up very, very quickly, and we'll get back into it. So do not fear, boys and girls. We'll be rehosting in just a couple of moments' time. But yeah, so our game for today, we have MiTHTrust versus LGD. LGD, I don't know if they'll be really happy to face up against MUFC after what was our first game up on the main stage. It was MUFC going up against LGD, and LGD came off very worse for wear from that one. But hey, as far as this competition goes, MiTHTrust have also been doing pretty decently. They did come through number 1 in Group B, because LGD were knocked down in the second position by LGD, but it wasn't really the clearest run for MiTHTrust. They were 3-1 in their group at the end of the day. That's
true, and I guess the fans out there would love to see a rematch of LGD versus MUFC, and of course the homeland here for MUFC, they will be supporting MUFC, but let's see, can the Thailand boys pull off a great win against LGD, or what? We're going to find that out. We will, man. We will do. Because LGD, I know they would like a little bit, they would like a second chance at MUFC, especially in a best of 3, not just a best of 1. But in this scenario, for the semi-finals, they've got to get through a best of 1 semi-final to get into the big money. That's, of course, the first place position here. Because big thanks as well to all the sponsors as well for making this event happen. And also for, hey, bringing me over here, over to Asia. It's been fun in Malaysia. It's been fun in Malaysia. And hopefully have more fun up here on the main stage. Still waiting for the last players to come into the game, so it does look like still, well, actually, Yao is actually inside the game. We've got just one last player for LGD that has not connected in just yet. Same for MiTHTrust. We are missing one of their players. As far as our commentators go as well, looks like we are missing one of the Chinese commentators. Let's wait for them.
And in fact, never mind. He just connects in then. So just the last players to connect in for the games, but it looks like the admins are up on the main stage trying to make sure that everything's smooth, hunky-dory, and good to go. But we will have ourselves a little bit longer. It looks like LGD, we do have one player at least just testing some stuff before he goes in. And then we'll be good to rock and rumble. All right, so in fact, there we go. Coming into the game, TNK, final one to join in for MiTHTrust. And LGD, come on in. It is SC, our final player in for LGD. So we're good to go, good to rock and rumble. Okay. LGD says ready. MiTHTrust will probably say ready as well. And we can hit that start button.
Let's go.
Yep, all about getting into the game. Looking at our draft as well. An inspirational audience. It's an inspirational audience. Nice, boys. Nice. All right, so MiTHTrust, LGD. MiTHTrust, they're going to be on the Radiant side this time around. LGD over on that Dire. Of course, there's no real imbalance as far as the sides go, unless you're talking to somebody else. But as far as it goes for LGD, they will be the guys with the second pickup in this scenario, because they are over on the Dire side. That's the way the toss went. So ball is in the court of TNK to start with. And Luna.
Oh, immediately Luna banned out from the game.
It's a hero, man, that can take that late game. Not against any mage. Well, actually, it can, but yeah. Luna being removed out, a bit more of a respect kind of thing. But you take out Luna, you let other things through. Is our Batrider also going to make it in the ban pool? Do we get to see him for the first time on the main stage? Lone Druid as well. Out. We are opening the pool, peoples.
Well, let's see if Batrider can make it through. Gonna make his cameo appearance in this tournament.
Oh, we're gonna find out in a moment. Zhao 8, he is the man with a decision for LGD to decide who is removed. Templar Assassin was the first one, so he's already banning out against the mid lane, but if you don't take this one out, you got the possibility of MiTHTrust. We haven't seen Spent as much really coming in. He's been banned out in the last 3 a lot more. Team's just really not wanting to focus on him a hell of a lot. But yeah, LGD, the choice. MiTHTrust or basically Undying. Let's just let both of them through the pool. So Batrider as well as Mag, almost guaranteed picks up. But TNK is going to decide they can only take one. They can only take one. And maybe they'll just take neither because Rubik's also still in the pool.
Yep, Rubik is always the first pick in this tournament, but let's see. Will MiTHTrust decide to go with the Mag pick or with the Batrider pick?
Well, the choice is there. Batrider is a safer pick to really go with because he can do so much. He can be in so many different lanes. But then again, so can MiTHTrust. But I don't know. I think Batrider's been a little bit more favor of the MiTHTrust just over this competition. Just over this competition. I'm not going to say over the entire world.
There we go.
Yeah, MiTHTrust, they're not going to pass it up. Batrider's going to come their way as the first pickup, which LGD now means they can pick up the MiTHTrust, but will they really 100% want to do this? Because they got to start thinking about lanes. Who can go up against them?
There we go.
There's 100%.
They pick up the Magnus and the Nyx.
So NA selection for LGD. What happens when you got Flame Brace, when you got damage flying your way, pop off that Spy Carapace and just cause a lot of issues for MiTHTrust. Whereas when it comes to the team fights, and there's a good combination too. We saw the combination before where it was the Dark Sea of Vac into the Burrow Strike stun of the SK. But in this scenario, you got the reverse polarity. That's right, English is my first language. Pull in from MiTHTrust and then into the Son of NA. And he can do so much of that. And it can always be in the great position for it too. He can even set up for Mag if he wants to. Mag wants to run in, you get one Impel Sun off, he runs off, goes, okay, I'll skewer them back to all the way back towards the tower, and all set up by Invis NA. So options are there for them. Because I do want to see MiTHTrust going something that's a little bit more powerful up against the Invis style heroes like NA, and also something that can help chase down MiTHTrust. I'm wondering if we're going to see that Bounty Hunter off lane. That's an option for them. Something that can just not counter the Invis, but can always be there if you need it.
That's true, but there we go. Shadow Demon and a DK pick here by MiTHTrust.
Turn to pick.
Oh, I'm not going to get the Bounty Hunter now. It's going to be banned out, but DK and SD combining up the Batrider. It's MiTHTrust with good push potential, good counter push potential, good gank potential.
A lot of potential.
It's a well-balanced out lineup. LGD, I still want to wait and see what their combos are going to be. For them, this kind of feels a lot more like laning is important for them. They could go all out team fight, but I think at this point, laning is their key. That's the way they want to look at this.
That's true. They want to secure their lanes first for the early game and try to make up for that.
Faceless Void.
Oh, hello.
Radiant team back.
Well, Sylar is going to be having himself a great time on this map. Sylar, of course, our hard carry man for LGD. It's just going to be fun for him. And of course, it's going to be babysitting as well. Maybe they can be aggressive with it, but
no.
I don't really see it happening. When you're going up against SD as well as Shadow Demon, but SD as well as DK, it's not really possible to go aggressive against that. You've got a stun up there, you've got instant burst damage, and then you've also got the disruption problem. You can't go massively aggressive against that until you hit level 6 on the Void. So LGD, they'll be looking to have that Void in the safe lane. The question then is it Mag on the long lane or is it Mag in the solo mid?
LGD's turn to
We're going to find that out, and it puts MiTHTrust in a position to try and contain that Faceless Void, because if they don't, it's gonna be bad news.
LGD.
I love this now from LGD. Any hero that would possibly stand up against Faceless Void, they are currently removing. Feeling the DK is going to move himself maybe into, well, what lane is he going to go? It could still be the aggressive tri lane, because right now we're seeing Night Stalker and Quap being banned out. These are the mid-solo bans we're looking at. Night Stalker to go up against MiTHTrust maybe, then Queen of Pain. Harassment up against whoever's in that mid lane. Which in this scenario could still be anybody for LGD. And LGD take out the Anti-Mage and the Naga Siren, so it's unstoppable farm they don't want to go up against, which really actually isn't a problem with Faceless Void, because he locks him down with the Chronosphere, and they just need someone who can do, from range, decent amount of damage.
5 seconds.
Which LGD still don't have, unless they're going to go all out melee. And that's something which we can see from LGD. Even if you want to pick up that Bounty Hunter for LGD, you can run it that way, and then you basically got 3 heroes that will make the most out of Empower. Even NA will make the most out of it. You buff it up with its Vendetta. And Invoker, the final ban out.
So MiTHTrust banning those 3 heroes, the Night Stalker, Queen of Pain, and Invoker, and they are trying to reduce heroes that can move while the Faceless Void is farming up his items. So yeah, they're gonna go with that.
The beauty about Void though is he's not one of these guys that like does nothing until the late game. Like Anti-Mage, what's he gonna do? He'll jump in, do a couple of right clicks, burn some mana, be aggressive. He can do that, but he can't do anything when it comes to a team fight. Where Faceless Void, you pop level 6, and he can actually solo anybody who's on that top lane. If it's Nature's Prophet, he's dead. 100% dead. Because Void would just time walk himself in, pop off the Chronosphere, and then just beat him into oblivion. And if that doesn't work, then he'll chase him down, because then he can time walk and chase it. Rubik now going to be taken.
To pick.
He's going to be looking for mag abilities, so that's the only thing.
That's true.
Because if he takes Void Chrono, it doesn't affect Void himself. That was a change around, so Void can walk around inside of Rubik's Chronosphere as well.
And we have the call pick here by LGD. Gonna love that reverse polarity and illuminate combo coming out from them.
Yeah, this is now just looking at what's going to be pushing at them. Because if you look at LGD's lineup, they got counter push through Shockwave, they got counter push through Coddle's Blast, and that's more than enough to hold any tower. So when DK is ready to push, when Rubik and SD want to initiate, they don't have to get in close. Shockwave, big long range, line attack nuke, and then you got Coddle, who's a big, nice, larger area of effect, and just destroy a creep wave. So you know your tier 1 tower and tier 2 tower in the bottom lane is going to be pressured by that DK once he pops to level 6, but by that point as well, Coddle, he'll have his levels up, Mag has some decent levels, and pretty sure with this scenario, we are looking at Mag on the off lane to get as close in towards the DK as possible. Difficult lane to play up against though, because you do have Shadow Demon as well as Rubik. Their only other option is to run aggressive tri-lane. It's the only other option. Leave Void by himself up on that top lane maybe, then throw Mag, NA, and Coddle down towards that bottom lane. Just the frustration will come from the nukage from that. Well, will be more than enough, and Coddle, go up with a Chakra. Nace can actually spam out his NA, can spam out his stun, even his mana burn, and that'll cause troubles for DK. And Void up against Windrunner,
turn to pick.
it's not going to be too good for Void very early on, but hit level 6 and Void will kill Windrunner.
Again, MiTHTrust, they need to try and make something happen, because they really need to try and shut down that Void, but it's gonna be hard for them to move about, and as you've said, it's gonna be hard for them to push out the lanes because of that Keeper of the Light. And Beastmaster now, last pick here by LGD.
Zhao 8, he's going to be the man to take up the Beastmaster. And one last player for MiTHTrust. Select it up and we're all good to go. Batrider, our final hero. It'll be LGD versus MiTHTrust. It is our second semi-final. MUFC have already secured themselves their spot in the grand final. Orange, they will play after this match up against the loser of this matchup in the third place deciding match. Another best of 1 to have before we hit our best of 3 grand final. And both of these games should be awesome. All 3 of these games should be awesome.
Oh, there we go.
So we'll run through very, very quickly. As far as our heroes go, in no particular order, as the players can hear us and won't want to work out their lanes. Zhao 8 on the Beastmaster. Yao, we're moving over towards the Magnetor. SC, always a good stable support as that Coddle. Sylar, you wouldn't expect any less. Farming faces Void, and that leaves DDC as our final one as the NA.
And for MiTHTrust, we have TNK. He's going to be handling the Shadow Demon, AABBAA, as our Batrider, SD on the Windrunner. R5 on our Rubik, and we have LK. Lakel's going to be handling that DK. Sweet set.
Yeah, he looks like a total... just while we've got this pause here, I'm going to make the most of it.
Sweet set.
Looking like a boss is the best way to say it. Looking like a boss. Doesn't have the full set though. It's a shame.
Oh.
No full set, but a couple of rares. So looking nice. But yeah, there are some issues right now as far as, by the looks of it, just hotkeys and health bars coming the way of LGD. So they're just checking out the computers, working out what's going on. But yep. And LGD is good to go. So MiTHTrust also agree, resume the game up. And we'll get this party started to see what lanes are going to be where, and already the teams get to see each other. TNK's the first one out to see Zhao 8 as well as Coddle. And may even chasing this one down. He came very, very close there to starting up a disruption.
Yeah, but not close enough, so...
Now LGD didn't want a bar of it. But now they know, like, the aggressiveness coming up from MiTHTrust. Is this just meant to be for, like, control over, like, camps? Is it just meant to be for early warding? Or is it meant to be an aggressive tri-lane? Do we see support Windrunner, which, in this case, quite probable. But not likely, actually.
Here we go. There goes the horn, and let's see. We will be finding out the lanes as soon as the creeps meet each other.
Yeah, weird. Just cannot take my eyes off this right now. This is fun by Myth. This is fun by Myth. The creep waves have spawned out. Mid lane's going to be the first one to hit, and then we can see our middle lane combinations. And it's pretty much as expected. We're waiting for that last hero to be picked up from LGD to be the mid solo. That is, it's Beastmaster going up against DK. So melee on melee, both these players will be very, very happy with their lanes. Down towards the bottom, the AA, the Bat Rider going up against Mag. Mag is going to have a horrible time here. Even with Skewer, after the napalm stacks are there, it'll be very, very easy for basically AA to kill him off. But Yao, he kind of wants that skewer, but then again, he's not using it just yet. This is one of those fun things you got to work out very early on. That's 4 napalm stacks already up on Yao. He's must move back to that tier 1 tower. This is a horrible, in fact, I'm not going to say impossible lane for him, but when you're looking to balance out, like mid lane, it's melee versus melee, you should be doing okay. Was he an early bottle, you'd be all fine. But this bottom lane, Mag is going to get no farm whatsoever, while it's tri-lane versus tri-lane up on the top.
That's true, and MiTHTrust here, they want to be aggressive against this tri-lane of LGD, and at the bottom lane, AABA just really being aggressive here on Yao, and Yao can't get that much farm right now. 5 stacks of that stick and napalm on top of him, and yeah, he's forced to back off.
Wonder how Magnetor has a shower to get that off. It's looking pretty sticky right now. But it's going to get worse and worse as time goes on. There's another 2 stacks up. He knows Firefly. There's actually now two levels up in that napalm. And now already forced back again. Back off the tower. At least he's finding his experience. That's the only upside for him. But there's just no farm to really go with that experience. He's got 1 last hit in that bottom lane out of all of the last hits. That's absolutely nothing. And now Bottle Rise for DK in the middle lane. Beastmaster got the same. They'll look for like 2-minute rune control, but already Beastmaster as well as Lakel's being as aggressive as they can with their nukage.
Sure, and ABBAA needs to try and control his creeps here at the bottom lane. He needs to control that lane because if the creeps get too far ahead or far up top there at the tier 1 tower, Yao is not going to be having a hard time anymore. So,
shouldn't be too hard to control though. While you got the shockwave coming out from Yao, it's the only way he's capable of getting last hit. So he uses the shockwave and ends up pushing most of the creep wave down. So Batrider has no issues whatsoever with that. And the second mag wants to try and semi-initiate, Batrider will just nuke him down. And if he needs to, flame break himself out. Is that going to be initiation? Yes, 2 napalm stacks, 5 flying up, chasing down Yao, 3 napalm stacks. There's a skewer, pulling all the way back in range of the tier 1 tower, trying to go for the over-aggressiveness of the Batrider. But Yao cannot chase into that Firefly. He will go down if he does do so. And at least makes the Batrider think twice. Well, still DK as well as Beastmaster having some fun in the mid. They have enough fun that no one's really stopping them. While Windrunner's left solo up in that top lane. I was always a little bit cautious about Windrunner. Her first ability she leveled up was actually the shackle shot. They wanted to be aggressive on that top, but having no Windrun, no power shot meant they couldn't, even if they wanted to, leave her solo. Too far out, too far out.
There goes the disruption.
Catch her as well. Stun's going to land. 2 points up in that breathe fire. Instant death here for the Beastmaster. This will be a first blood.
First blood by Lakel's. Nice gank there by MiTHTrust.
And that's that rotation. We were looking to see this kind of rotation yesterday when Invasion and 9 played. And we never really saw it came. Like when that top, you use that correct English and grammar. Like you use this tri-lane on top. Can't find the kill, what do? You rotate and you look to balance out the other lanes. That's up on the top. Meanwhile on the top lane, SD, Burrow, Impale, Coddle Blast, decent amount of damage. A Void can't chase him down far enough. And there's no chrono, there's no hold for him just yet.
That's true, and that just gives more time for Sylar to try and get this farm and level up. And meanwhile, the bottom lane, again, this Batrider being really aggressive on this Magnus.
Well, he can do so. Even if Yao wants to pull him in, that flame break is enough to reposition the mag that he feels he's getting away and then gets completely taken off course. Already 4 napalm stacks, they want to go a little bit further. But there's not enough life in the back of this Batrider. He can't keep diving like he normally does. And maybe that's the reason why we're seeing the bottle run down south. And right in front of the Beastmaster. Xiao Wade had a very small moment where he could harass the courier, but probably not kill him. Cal still wants to be aggressive as he can on that Beastmaster. You notice when level 6 happens too, then we can see Coddle as well as NA rotate. Then that middle lane could change around completely.
That's true, but for now, it's MiTHTrust time to move around the map and try to control the other lanes. But,
yeah, RS taking the Coddle wave like a boss. Trying to remain on that tower, on that creep wave. It's going to be a lot of farm very early on. Oh, hello, Lakel's Dragon form up in the middle lane. Dragon Tail stun. Not going to use it. He's just using the poison harassment to bring down the Beastmaster bit by bit. Means Beastmaster also can't just instantly pop off that bottle because you have that tick down and you won't get the full charge of the bottle off. But it was that level 6 from both the players. So the DK form was meant to be aggressive against the Beastmaster while Beastmaster can head towards the bottom lane aggression. He stops off and maybe the roar is there. Batrider should go down. Right click from Yao. Repairs the balance of the bottom lane. And it's a rotation that's worth it at the end of the day. Even though it is free farm for the mid lane of DK.
And Yao really needed that, so nice gank there for Zhao 8. And meanwhile, the top lane again, Sylar just getting his way here, not being contested that much by MiTHTrust.
Good to hear LGD actually getting a little bit more vocal now. It's like, come on boys, we got 1 kill.
Let's go.
I don't really know if that can be translated over into Chinese, but we are 6 minutes and a half in, and they're probably still feeling okay about this top lane. Like Void, he's not level 6 just yet because we basically had to have Coddle as well as NA hang in so close. It was the only way, really, they could keep this lane safe. Oh, Yao, maybe trouble on the bottom lane. 5 napalm stacks, but AABBAA won't want to dive that tower. Even with Lasso, that's all he wanted. He wanted the Lasso, throw him back, flame break, and he control position from there. But it just didn't happen. That rotation out from Beastmaster was really exactly what he needed. And Yao back down that lane again. He's really not happy with this. He's getting napalm, Batrider have a farm on top of his tower. A little bit of a shockwave, but knows he's low on mana. Already forced to pop that bottle charge and with 3 napalm stacks. He's got to be so cautious. But then again, at the same time,
he's going to be happy about that. Zhao 8 is there at the bottom lane. Reverse polarity. Down goes the bat.
That's some hatred towards that Batrider. They want to shut him down. Like,
oh, Chrono at the top lane. Sylar going through.
Wind run, stun, not the time.
He's down.
Look, TNK also a little bit too slow. They do know Sylar's basically got that Chrono on cooldown for the moment, but they can also see Coddle setting up that blast TNK.
TNK getting the full blast of that Illuminate. That's gonna hurt.
Life gets a little bit more difficult when that happens. I like this from Zhao 8. Instead of just rotating back towards the mid lane, trying to fight up against the DK and wasting a little bit of time that way. Wants this tier 1 tower gone. TP down on the bottom lane. Batrider back again. Firefly's there. Now going to destroy the tower and then skewers him up. But remember, the Lasso is there, holding the Firefly. Zhao 8 turns around. There's no roll for him this time around. Axe will fly. How much damage can you do? TP out, Flame Break. It's there. Not enough time.
Too late.
They were looking for that cancellation of the TP. And now Zhao 8's on the run from AABBA, but hello, the cavalry's arrived. There's Impact Blast.
Nice timing of skills there by LGD.
Perfect rotation. Perfect rotation. Coddle and the NA, they felt like the engagement was going to happen on the bottom lane anyway. They probably just came down to defend up the middle lane to start with. And they're like, well, wait, what? No, this Batrider is actually going to be even more aggressive. Why don't we just move ourselves down? We can kill him off. There's no reason why it can't work this way.
That's right, counter aggression with aggression.
Yeah, and then roar, middle lane, skewer in, shockwave, enough damage. They just right click it up. There was the pickup, the Spike Carapace, that's a little bit of mini stun back to Lakel's. Already popped that Dragon form prematurely in that middle lane. They sit at 1 for 5 now.
This is what LGD wants. They're bringing the issue towards MiTHTrust, leaving Sylar here at the top lane, giving him more time to farm up. Oh, stun here on Zhao 8. Let's see, is there a follow-up? There goes a Flame Break. Zhao 8 is all here in the middle. Magnus is there. Disruption has been casted. But yeah, it's not enough. Oh, wait. They want to do this. Reverse polarity. TNK is caught there. Zhao 8 still alive. Can he survive? Oh, there's the bottle charge. Power shot is not enough.
And he won't get critical from that poison. So he's fine. Leave him pop the magic one touch just in case.
Hey, BBAA, let's see. Here comes DDC.
He's still got lasso. He's still got lasso. He can hold Yao in position right now, but no, power shot through. There's the pickup.
Oh,
they don't
there
need
goes
it.
the stun.
The stun not going to be enough for the
Yo!
shot.
Getting the kill.
Lives live to the edge and does the job. Brings down Batrider for Magnetor. And in the meantime, Sally continues to fire from that top lane. Really surprising about that decision there from TNK to do that disruption in the middle lane. It was when MiTHTrust was starting to find the momentum, and actually it became a bit of a breather for LGD at the end of the day. So they felt a little bit more confident to be part of that engagement. And dive in, reverse polarity, of course, it only picked up one. So the combination not working 100% right for LGD. Meantime too, it's like Silo, so he's farming up on the top lane. Look to see he's getting his items up, and already wants that tier 1 tower. Tower will come in deny range because of this siege creep that's here. And the support, Sylar, turns around. He wants to go this. He so wants to go. And Chrono just on the edge of RS. Lasso can lash. The Flame Break pushed it back as well as the Shackle attempting to launch. Axis through. Is there a Roar? No, there's not. There's DK with a stun. There's the stuns also on the side. It's actually going on AABBAA. He's going to go down during the fight. Collar Blast right through the lineup. RS. Solo on live. Is there a Shockwave? In 1 second, 0 seconds. Line is right. Line is good. Line gets it. Lakells will go down too. Shackle and the Beastmaster out. Stun on Sylar. But one last right click from the Collar will do the job. 3 for the price of Nana. That should make it a double kill. Well, Yao decided to dive.
And LG now pushing out this tier 2 tower, and DNK is all left alone here, and he cannot defend this. So yeah, nice flame break there by the Batrider earlier, pushing out the faceless boy, but it's not enough.
Coddle can do that much damage to the other supports. One Shockwave and a Coddle Blast. It's all you need to kill off anybody, any of these supports. Windrunner is included in this as well. It's just great burst damage, which is there for both counter push as well as that aggression to push. Get the supports down at that low life, you instantly don't want to engage. You've got that much low life on a Shadow Demon. He's got to get close enough to disrupt, close enough to purge, close enough to continue to lay out this Shadow Poison all the time. But he can't do so.
That's right.
The opening's just not there for him. And now they've lost their tier 1 and tier 2 tower on top, lost the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. And how much damage have they done to the other towers? Bottom tower and mid tower for LGD says just above half life. Top tower hasn't been touched once. But Sylar also, like, he never really left it.
That's true, and it was really difficult. MiTHTrust, they wanted to go for the aggressive tri-lane, but having that Keeper of the Light there, it really proved difficult for them. And it just secured the farm for Sylar at the top lane. Perfect support here for LGD.
A couple of Beastmasters running up the mid. All of them fake, just looking for a little bit of extra vision. They will scat out the 3-4 heroes there in the mid. Just that scat over on the Hawk. They're trying to get rid of it, but it's difficult to do. The Hawk keeps very, very close tabs on where MiTHTrust is moving. Let's LGD get a better position, a better initiation. And that gives him more space, more items. Cole continues just to spam all of his abilities up that middle lane. Keeps it pushed out, gives him a lot of space and a nice amount of farm.
That's true, and LGD is forcing MiTHTrust to stay here at the mid. And it's only SC, that Keeper of the Light, keeping them at bay. And Sylar is getting his farm here at the top.
He's looking good. That Battle Fury is almost done for him. I was wondering if he was going to skip it, just considering, like, you do have the Empower of the Magnetor. But then again, considering the level and considering that Mag can't always just babysit you and give you Empower every time you want to farm up a jungle, it's still kind of worth it. But you can go a lot more aggressive. Pick up things like the Mask of Mana straight into the BKB so you can't be stopped at all. There's only Lasso to go through that, and you pick up a Chronosphere. Batrider can't get in close enough to stop it. We saw it before when Sylar popped the Chrono on the top lane. Batrider was right there, but he still didn't want to come in close enough because he kind of already felt like that Lasso possibility. It's good, but getting caught in the Chrono possibility was even higher. Maybe now's the time for the mid lane push. De-warding happening from LGD. Get rid of any kind of vision at all. Successful at doing so. And Sylar, maybe he might be finished his farming for now. Top lane's pushed out a long, long way, so either jungle or he goes mid. And RS cold blasting back, but he's going to get stunned out there. That was actually the Spike Carapace, which was already being used. And Shackle will fly. Sylar, he pops the ultimate. What a great Shackle shot. Buying time for DK to get his nukes out, but then again, he's being skewered out. Void does finish off the Rubik, and then just popping off 1 to 1 to 1. Yao gets a killing spree. Sylar on a killing spree. 3 heroes on the sideline for MiTHTrust.
MiTHTrust, they had the idea. They were able to shackle shot Sylar, but LGD, they were one step ahead. They knew that the Rubik was hiding by the trees, casting that Illuminate, and as when the Illuminate was casted, DDC just used his Spike Carapace, giving the opportunity for LGD to push in and go for the kills.
The opportunity was perfect for them, making the most of that Blink Dagger as well up on the mag. What more do you really need, man? What more do you really need? Arcane Boots, it's got that, got Blink Dagger. Only other thing, which is basically one of those essential things that get hung on Magnus's wall, and that's the Refresher Orb. And then he has 2 walls at the same time. Or in this case, Reverse Polarity. He's not a Darkseer. But 2 to 14 already. I kind of been avoiding showing this one for the moment because I kind of felt like it was going to be a little bit one-sided. And it is the case. Just a little bit. MiTHTrust has still got possibility to shut down this wood if they can catch him out of position, but it's just that farm right now of Sylar that keeps on going up. But not just him. Like the Magnetor is getting his items. It was one of these things which we saw a lot with Magnetors over just like mainly, when I say SMM is the main taunt which we saw it, where the problem with Mags might have to wait because got a Disruption, no catcher, there's the catcher, DK doesn't pop into Dragon Form, Flame Break.
Oh!
Xiao Wei, he'll cut his way out, there's no trouble, he's a master of trees. Just that Flame Break could be a bit of a pain in the butt. And Sylar continues to farm up on that top lane. MiTHTrust not stopping him. And middle lane.
Blink in reverse! Nice blink in there by Yao.
All on the stun, and the shocked, and the steal,
Cold
and the Cold Blast. And they run themselves down. Blinding Light push the DK back. Sylar says, well, maybe I should join in the engagement right now. There's already the mana leak up, and Lakelzi can't run. He can't do anything. He's locked, he's destroyed. Double kill for Yao. Perfect reverse polarity. Even better stun by a DDC. 4 men caught in it after the initiation happened. And Sylar doesn't even have to use his chrono. That's not even what's controlling MiTHTrust. We get 2 to 18 now. And LGD will not only take these heroes, they're going to take the tier 2.
That's true, and LGD will be really happy about that. And again, the perfect setup. Oh, he was trying to catch him. There we go. There was a stun.
That was a blink up to a direct skewer, and TOK was on the other side of it. What do we get stolen? Time Walk. It's okay. He would love Chrono, but Sylar's never had the chance to pop it, and the only other ability he can take is Time Walk. And it's only a level 3 one as well. A little bit of frustration that can come the way of RS. And Batrider still looking for that opening. Already popping up the Firefly. Very telegraphing the fact he wants to farm over on the side. But doing it from the high ground, waiting for LGD, the Cold Blast fly. Still looking for an opening. Maybe they can find one, and there it is. RS already instantly being done with Vendetta. Yao comes down and looked at him. And he died. But it was NA that was the one who did all the work.
And Yao providing that NA additional damage by placing the Empower on top of him while in Vendetta.
And it's just one of those things, man. Like, you got to be careful. There's this small little path through the tree line, and you cut it in here. You get locked in position. You can't do anything. Especially when NA just walks around you on the other side. It's like, I can't walk backwards. Why can't I walk backwards? And an invisible force is stopping me. Tier 2 tower will be pressured. Power Shot trying to slow it down. But Cold Blast can also do the job. Might even like bring in a little bit of help. He's doing it already. Shackle on DDC, TNK. Cops access to the butt, and now Sylar comes in. Maybe we'll leap into the chrono, but not going to happen. It was just farming up the other lanes, and then SC's like, oh, okay, you can come back now. I've got this ability that can pull any kind of hero in as long as they don't take damage. Not the best thing to do is power shotting someone with a Spike Carapace. All coming in range of another Cold Blast, which they don't do so, no one's there. And last outer tower of MiTHTrust is gone.
That's it. MiTHTrust, they were looking to be aggressive, but yeah. LGD just brought the issue to them. And this Batrider, he wasn't able to find that much action that he needed or that he wanted to. And yeah, they were unable to stop the farm of that Faceless Void, and of course the extraordinary play by Yao on the Magnus.
And the lockdown just wasn't there, man. I just said, like, they shut down the Batrider. What's he gonna do? He's only like now just been able to afford a Blink Dagger, so like you kind of got to go from there. It's like, well, can we make an opening? Can we find something? We haven't been able to do so just yet, but 20 minutes in, we're 2 for 19. We're going to try and make an opening, but with an Aegis, the Immortal Faceless Void to go up against, that's not going to be the funnest opening. Power shots and poison, but coming out too late. Only affecting the Boar as well as the Hawk.
And for the Batrider, who does he want to pick off? I mean, yeah, maybe he could pick off the Keeper of the Light, but I guess he's the only one that he can pick off.
He's, at this point, the worst hero on the map for MiTHTrust is not actually Sylar. The worst hero is Yao. Yao is the one that's causing them all the issues in the world. He's got Blink Dagger and Arcane Boots. He doesn't need much more, but he's getting more with every single engagement that happens. Sylar, when he groups up, then yeah, he's a problem. NA for initiation, but it's all coming out from Yao as far as the control goes during these engagements. And MiTHTrust, if they can lock him down very early on, fantastic to them. Then they might be able to contest these engagements. I say might, because you've still got a lot of power coming out through that Void, and through the NA, and through the Coddle, through every single LGD player. And even got the Roar that comes out from Zhao 8. Everything goes his way. And he's building up towards that Aghanim Scepter as well for the Beastmaster. So a huge range Roar, and a low cooldown time. It'll be difficult for Batrider to get in. In fact, even if he wants to build up towards a BKB right now, it's not going to help him. Because he's instantly going to get roared, locked down, stunned. There's 3 abilities that will go through that BKB.
And the only damage dealing hero here for MiTHTrust is this DK, and unfortunately he wasn't able to farm up that BKB, and he really needs it right now because nobody can deal that much damage against LGD.
Well, even with the BKB, it's not going to be enough. It's this whole, like, lone druid kind of what goes through BKB's, like, tally that you've got to do. Lakel's, decent chunk of damage already, and the creep wave's gone. Easy entrance in. Very, very easy entrance in. And Yao can give him a very, very quick exit out, depending on how far Lakel is out of position. And another Coddle Blast, already done a half-life. 4 points up in Dragon Blood, and he still needs to go back to base. Shockwave scouts up towards the high ground, searching for him. But the time to get in there, time to get those kills. It's all going to come down to MiTHTrust being out of position. We're 22 minutes into LGD. They are trying to force this a little bit earlier. We're going to steal right now the Axis so they can get rid of, well, a decent amount of the Creep Wave's life points. And the Flame Break pushes Sylar down. Nice shackle, Jaw Breath as well, but then instant Spike Carapace, jump in by the Batrider, instantly stunned, instantly roared, instantly destroyed. Sylar pops the Chrono, 2 caught in it. RN's RS, the main focus for it right now. DK wants to get his on up, but can't get close enough, so especially when Sylar's got the BKB. There's reverse polarity, pull in with a skewer. MiTHTrust, they're all going to go on the sidelines, apart from Windrunner. And this will be mid-racks, and maybe even more. Sylar's waiting for that Aegis to go. Give him full life back again. This is mid lane gone. And they can take others because the tier 2 towers are gone as well.
Again, that was the problem with the Batrider. He blinked in, but DDC, using that Spike Carapace, he got stunned, and yeah, LGD just made the go on him.
So LGD looking for the secondary racks. They're not looking like this team we saw on the stage before, up against MUFC. Nice shackle again, however, by SD. Bit of a steal from Rubik. Fadeball can also push him back a little bit, but LGD should at least be able to take out this tier 3 tower. Sylar doesn't want to really push back just yet. Maybe he does. There's a pickup on Yao. He can skewer himself away, looking for a pickup, and there's a lasso. Hold in position. Shackle as well. Nowhere to go. Flamebreak gets the kill, and LGD will be forced back, and this top tower will be denied. There's no point leaving it standing. There'll just be one here to jump in and take it. Good boy, Lakels. Takes it out. But 3 to 23 right now on the board, 24 minutes in, and you've lost your mid-racks. Life is hard.
Life is really hard for MiTHTrust here, but yeah, they're still hanging on. They know what's at stake here, but yeah, it's proving to be really hard for them to do that right now. And Sylar just getting stronger by the minute.
And that he is. More and more items get to fly his way. Not finding himself dying apart from that Aegis the Immortal, but you kind of knew it was going to time out. Still another minute and a half before Roshan would have reclaimed the Aegis. But still, at the end of the day, easier just to push. And the fact that Necrolite was using Necro units during that engagement too. Level 1 up on that, but it won't be level 4, that's going to be level 3. Really, SC's got some amazing farm up on that Necro just by doing this. Push the creep wave, take the farm, and do damage to the support heroes. Makes it a little bit harder for Void to farm, however, but then again, he's always got the jungle.
That's true, and he can get those kills during team fights, so it's not going to be a problem for him. I mean, getting that.
And he's got a lot of kills already. Like, he's got 5 kills, not a single death to that Faceless Void, and then 6 assists. And you look over to the counterpart over on MiTHTrust, and it's DK, and he's got 1 for 4 with 1 assist up his sleeve. It's not a hell of a lot to play with it. And Magnetor going slightly unconventional. We're going to go the heart build up on Yao. So there's going to be no refresh orb. He doesn't really feel like he needs a second reverse polarity. And it's fair enough too. Yeah. Basically, MiTHTrust are dead by the end of the first reverse polarity, so there's no point waiting for the second. It would be more control, but not required. And you give him all this life, all this regeneration, jumps in, skewers out. And he'll be back at full life and can jump back in and do it all over again.
And here we go, it's going to be the final stand here for MiTHTrust at the top lane. Can they hold this LGD push?
Oh, I don't know if they can. Not without this, like, without the tier 3 tower, it's not easy. And now we've got Necro units that are up to level 3. Ready to push out this middle lane. Powershot's doing what they can. They're almost hoping that someone's going to kill it off and take this early burst damage. Flamebreak just playing around a little bit with DDC. And the Necro units are playing around with the Batrider. Mana burning him down, get rid of his combination. Raw goes out to start with, out in TNK. Get rid of him, Void, Big Chrono, RSS, as well as SD. He's going to go down, already lost 1. Now going to lose 2. RS steals the Raw, actually buys off a little bit of time, but GG is the call. LGD vs MUFC. They started off in the same group. They were the top 2 teams out of their group. LGD only just. It was possible they were going to be knocked out by Invasion at 9. But LGD with style take out MiTHTrust, and they're going to need to carry this momentum. Desperately carry this momentum into, into the grand final if they want to beat MUFC, who at this point look unstoppable. But LGD look awake this time.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Alright, so the players, they're going to assemble themselves down here in a couple of moments' time. LGD get to be the winners out of this. Because that does now mean LGD, they get to have a bit of a break. MiTHTrust get to play up against Orange now. Whereas Orange, they were, I won't say controlled by MUFC. Obviously that Luna definitely did cause a couple of issues as far as it did go for like the way that MUFC thought that game was gonna play out. They had to be pushed a little bit further, look into that later portion of the game and get the animation to carry them through. But still, they got through. Orange, it was a long game. Now they look at this up the main stage. Maybe Orange will have a little bit more confidence. MiTHTrust, they're gonna feel pretty down after this match.
Yes.
But the third place match, man.
Yeah. They can still get that third place.
No, there's no reason why they cannot. Well, maybe there is. One's called Orange. They might give them a very, very good reason why they can't do it. But LGD, I know I'm very, very happy to see them actually playing at this level. I was concerned about them today, thinking that maybe LGD would come in and they just wouldn't have that kind of like that jazz, if I kind of want to give a very bad descriptive term for it, for today, because they didn't have it on day 1 for me when we got to cast them up against MUFC. It just wasn't there. But today they come in, their combination was working right, their laning was solid as well. They knew when they wanted to push, they knew when they wanted to control, and everything just worked out perfectly. It's what we've been seeing from MUFC during this competition as well, and that's it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for LGD. Up against MUFC, though, I'm looking to see if it's going to be as perfect. It's a best of 3 to get a lot more to play around with. And it does actually look like the team is assembled. We will have ourselves a translator for DPM this time around. So, guys, without further ado, let's hand it over to DPM as well as your victors, LGD.
Okay. Hey, congratulations. We just want to know, how did your fans react to your loss to MUFC yesterday?
首先我们要恭喜你现在进入我们这个决赛。然后我们现在要问的就是觉得你们好像第一场对了 MUFC， 然后已经挫败给他们。那你们对你们支持你们的粉丝的那个感觉是怎么样的？
我觉得可能就是有2个原因嘛，一就是 MUFC 他们发挥的特别好，所以我们输了。还有一个就是我们自己刚过来还不够适应，我们就在慢慢适应，然后自己的比赛，然后现在就越来越好了。
What you say is that, of course, MUFC is a pretty strong team, and they actually had shown quite an amount of potential in the first match. And for them, they're also here for the first time. They're getting used to the entire style and their own mode and mood into the game. So they're getting into the groove right now. So they should be playing better next round.
Have you ever played against MUFC with HYHY in that lineup?
请问你们这一队有没有对过 MUFC？ 然后它里面的那个有 HYHY 的这个 player？
我们没有跟他们训练过，就昨天是第一次对有 HYHY 的 MUFC， 他们的实力也有厉害了很多。
It's the first time we're playing HYHY in the MUFC lineup, and he feels that with the inclusion of HYHY, MUFC has actually up another level in strength as well.
Okay. So when you went back home, back to the hotel yesterday, did you study all of their replays, or did you just rest more? What's more important for your team?
那要是昨天我们打完了回到酒店休息的时候呢，你是有研究一下我们 MUFC 的这个状况吗？它的一些 replay， 或者是就是休息，因为我们的这个精神也是很重要，要状态要很好。
具体也没有比较研究吧，就比赛的时候大概看了一下，了解了一下他们怎么打的。因为我们还没，就是主要对手昨天到现在，从现在开始我们的对手才是 MUFC， 因为昨天我们还没有进到决赛。对。
What he says is that he doesn't really actually watch the replay a lot because they were focusing on their other opponent, which was the semi-final opponents first, because there's no guarantee in any of the tournaments that they play they will be in the grand finals. So he said that we would like to take a step at a time. So right now the real opponent is MUFC for the next one.
Okay. How big do you think your chances are to win in the finals?
你觉得你们团队的这个能赢的那个几率有多少呢？胜算有多少？多大
？5成吧。
5成吧。So about 50%.
Wow, that's pretty humble. Okay, so congratulations and the best of luck. And do you want to say anything to your fans listening in?
首先当然是要祝你们好运，然后希望你们也可以有机会带走这个冠军。那有什么想要对你们的粉丝说吗？
谢谢大家一直以来的支持，我们会尽力把冠军带回中国。
I'd like to say to his fans, be it in China or be it in Malaysia, thank you for your support. We'll do our best and try to bring the title back to China.
Thank you so much and good luck.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much over to LGD as well as to DPM. We'll be back here on the main stage in, well, hopefully a couple of moments' time. It is going to be your battle for third position, the best of one playoff. It is going to be MiTHTrust going up against Orange. Stick around, we'll be back.
Don't go away.